Hi, this is JR. I'm one of the DLCs for Tustin Unified School District, and today I'm going to show you guys for our weekly tech tip, Padlet. Now, I found out about Padlet a couple of years ago, and I started to actually just use the collaborative space or the bulletin board to curate videos that I'm kind of interested in, and I'd like to go ahead and share these out with the kids. And what I found out was, you know what, maybe I can go ahead and start using this sort of as a teaching tool where kids can use this collaborative space to go ahead and curate information, to post information as well, maybe use it as a journal, and have them, again, collaborate on the space and maybe even reimagine how the bulletin board was going to be used in the form of either a design project or even a lab report. Since I teach science, I started to kind of play around with it, and I found out that kids really enjoyed using Padlet as a way for them to be able to tell their stories. So let's take a look at some of these examples that use Padlet and some student examples as well. This is a Padlet of a training that I've done actually on virtual bulletin boards and where I talk about Padlet and other applications. And as you can see, there's a bunch of posts in here of either images or text, and there's a few video links in here as well. So in a virtual bulletin board like Padlet, what you can do is add a link, add some text, and add some images, and also actually upload a video or actually bring in a video from YouTube, and the videos actually play within the Padlet wall themselves. So let's take a look at a few examples of student Padlets. Here's one of an interior design class. I've shared this with a bunch of teachers, and what the students had to do was actually collaboratively work on this wall, bring in images of different design schemes, for example. As you can see, they've even changed the background of the Padlet wall. Now this is of Toddler's Meal Plan, so this is a weekly meal plan that students have actually put together in a nutrition class, and they went ahead and collaborated on this. So one kid had taken a day, included some images in there, and even added some text to explain, you know, what a toddler would have on those days for their meals. Here's an actual experiment that some of my kids have actually done. And what they've done is brought in some images of the kinds of equipment that they've used, even typed in the purpose as well. As you can see, they've even put in the tables for the data that they've gathered. And the nice thing is, when you click on each one of these items, it opens up to a larger window. Here's another example of a lab report. And I love this lab report because it's for my flame test experiment that I used with all my science kids. And what they've done is taken photographs of them actually testing the chemicals, and then I've given them an unknown. The unknown happens to be one of those 8 chemicals that they've tested. And it's very clear to me, you know, as they're comparing images within their lab report, that that unknown right there that I've given them is one of the 8. Here's one of a character study, okay, for the Odyssey. As you can see, what they did was they changed the background into a world map, and they've added a bunch of images and even videos, as you can see over here, when Odysseus meets Cyclops. So I hope that's given you a few ideas on how to use Padlet in your classes. Again, think about this again as a virtual collaborative space where students can work on the same Padlet together, in addition to the teacher being able to access the Padlet and even moderate the posts as well on that wall. They can bring in text, they can bring in images, they can bring in videos, and again, what happens is if they bring in a video from an external site, the video actually plays within the Padlet itself. So it doesn't actually have to go load up on Vimeo or on YouTube. So I hope that's really helpful. Again, my name is JR. I'm one of the DLCs for Tustin Unified School District. Don't forget to click subscribe down at the bottom to our TUSD Connect YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys soon.